Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Morning, Lesgen.
Morning, how are you?
Finding yourself.
Thank you for coming.
Do you know where Uma is?
He's blind.
She's blind.
Do you want me to take a message for him?
Yes. Please, could you tell them that I'll actually be in briefing room 7?
Are you guys meeting today?
We are indeed.
For real?
Yes. Very excited.
I'll take you for 2 minutes.
Good. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Same to you. Bye. Welcome back to Lesotho's Pride. My name is Hotso. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a little bit of an update on our instructor's rating. So let's just go through a recap of the syllabus as we've discussed in our previous vlog update. I like to divide it into 6 different phases. Phase 1 are written exams where you have to write applied meteorology and navigation, as well as principles of flying instruction, air law, and airmanship. Phase 2, you have to do 20 hours of briefings, and that includes teaching exercise 4 to exercise 18 of the PPL syllabus as stipulated on the SACAA website. Phase 3 is another 20 hours of briefings, and all you are essentially doing is repeating the initial 20 hours that you're done. So you're going to be teaching again exercise 4 to exercise 18, except in this instance you're just reinforcing what you had taught before. Phase 4, we are moving away from briefings and you're going to be working on instruction in the actual aircraft itself. In this instance, it is 5 hours of patter flying, but in the simulator. Phase 5, you move on to the aircraft, whereas the simulator was just a trial and error environment. You now move on to the real thing, doing this for about 15 hours. Last but not least is phase 6, where you do your mock and final skills test. The entirety of the course is 40 hours of briefings plus 20 hours of patter flying. Now, my question to you, and you can comment this in the comment section below, is why is 40 hours of training seem to be the average in all aspects of pilot training? For example, when you do your PPL, the minimum requirement of hours that you need to fly are 40 hours. When you move on to your commercial pilot license and you want to couple an instrument rating, the minimum requirement to that is 40 hours of training. And of course, now that we are at our instructor's rating, the minimum requirement for briefings is 40 hours. So the big question is, why are 40 hours, or is 40 hours the minimum requirement needed to learn something or to learn how to fly? Now, firstcar.co.uk says, learning to drive takes around 45 hours of professional lessons and 20 hours of practice. As we can see in this example, even in different professions, just like in driving, they also utilize the 40-hour magic number, 40 to 45 hours. Next, we have the ColumbiaTribune.com that says, Kaufman reasoned that it only takes 20 hours to learn a skill to the point of being reasonably patient, not to the point of being able to teach it. So, Josh Kaufman further says, in those 20 hours, you start horribly, improve quickly, your improvement then declines and grows at a slow level. The FAA states that there are actually 4 phases to learning. The first one is rote. Second is understanding. The third part is application of what you have learned. And the last but not least is correlation. Now, my theory is that the first 20 hours of learning that you do, just like what Kaufman has says, that you need 20 hours to learn something, the first 20 hours of learning apply to rote, then understanding of what you've learned, and last but not least, the application of what you learned. And then to do another 20 hours then enables you to reinforce, somewhat give you a form of enlightenment of what you have learned, And so it is a form of correlation. You're able to correlate the different aspects of the different topics that you have learned at the beginning. Now, if you have another reason, or you would like to give your opinion to another reason as to why the Civil Aviation Authority or authorities across the world have chosen 40 hours as the minimum requirement, please comment below. If you actually know the real reason behind it, please do comment below as well. I would like to find out. This is just my perspective on the matter. So now that we have covered the syllabus and we've looked into the reason behind why training is typically 40 hours long, let us look into where I am in that training process. I have completed phase 1, which are the exams. As I mentioned before, you have to write 2 exams. The first one is Applied Meteorology and Navigation, and the second one is Principles of Flying Instruction, Air Law and Airmanship. Let us look into detail what these 2 exams include. Applied Meteorology and Navigation I found was actually the easier of the 2. As the title states, what is inclusive in the exam is meteorology and navigation, but what was a surprise to me was also flight planning and performance. These 3 topics are at a PPL level, and when you enter the examination room, you're given supplement books on flight planning and performance, as well as on meteorology. For the navigation part, you are actually given the A3 plotting map. So it is important for you to take into your exam your half a mil chart ruler, your protractor, so to speak, your CRP5. Now, you're not allowed to take in the CX3 or the CX2, even though at the CPL level you are, but it is to replicate that of the PPL level because you're going to be instructing PPL students, so you can only take in the CRP5. With Principles of Flight Instruction, Air Law and Airmanship, this exam is the harder one of the 2. The topics that are included are human performance, focused on student flight instruction, ATG, aircraft technical and general knowledge, principles of flight, and last but not least, air law. The harder part in this exam is actually the human performance side of things, because in this one they're testing to see your knowledge on how to teach a student, the psychology behind a student, in comparison to when you did your CPL exam for HP, which required you to look into CRM or to look into single pilot management or the limitation of the human body when you are flying. All other subjects, the ATG, POF, and Air Law are all PPL level based. So if you study PPL content related to those topics, then you will do fine. In terms of the briefings, this is something I would like to cover in the next vlog update. If you want to keep up to date with my progress of the instructors rating, you can go to my Instagram page. On my bio, I have placed a progress bar in percentage, so you can see how much percentage I have completed the course thus far. You will see a lot more recent updates on my Instagram page versus the vlog updates on my YouTube channel. So please give me a follow on my Instagram page just to see what is happening with my instructor's course. Now, you may have noticed my previous upload to the channel was an air crash safety report on Zulu Sierra Papa India. So it's going to be a series of safety reports, and this is one form of learning on how to fly. Basically, it is what you should not do when you are learning to train to fly, but also when you do have a license, methods in which you should keep yourself safe in your flight. And if this is the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, or if you'd like to get to know a little bit more about me, you can hop on over to my website, hotso-marumo.com, which is an expansion of Lesotho's pride in itself. Thanks guys. If you are liking this type of content, please subscribe to the channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, so I'd really appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a like. This will allow the YouTube algorithm to expose the video to more people. Now once you've hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell as well to see when I've dropped a new video. Thanks guys for watching again, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.
Hey, when I sent you a message,
On WhatsApp?
Yeah.
I didn't see. I went to...
I got your boyfriend.
Serious?
When you guys meet?
Serious? Serious?
Thursday.
Serious?
Message.
Okay.